Okay, hi. Hi everyone. Okay, this video is just a message of hope. I know I've been talking a lot about all the trauma and drama I've been going through, and it's been a lot, but I want to tell you, the Creator, your Creator, will not give you stuff you can't handle, even though you might feel like it's stuff you can't handle, because you're stronger than you know. And you've got spirit guides, and you've got family, and you've got angels. And in every situation I've been in, I always was sent somebody. So when I say that everybody's turned on me and all of this stuff, I want to, I had to really think about this. That's the majority of people have. But I want to say something. My friend Neil, when I was in Kansas, I went there, and lo and behold, one person stood up to help me, and his name was Neil, and he's a really good guy. Him and his wife both are really good people, and that was in Kansas. When I went to Hawaii, I was sent somebody to help me, and he's a really good guy. Then when I came here, where I'm at right now, one of my neighbors, him and his wife, are really good people. They've just been really good friends to me since I've been here. So I know I throw out a lot of stuff that's negative, and I don't really want to. I had to think about that, and I had to be honest with myself. Sometimes it does feel overwhelming. Sometimes it does feel like there's nobody there for you, but that's not true. The person that is taking care of my grandkids, she adopted them. She's been good to me since I've been here. And, I just have to hold on to that. I have to hold on to the people that are put there as a blessing to me. I just need to see the blessing. Oftentimes we're so blinded by trauma and all the bad that's happening around us that we don't see the blessings. So I wanted to just say there is hope. If there's a situation that you find yourself in and you don't have support, you don't feel like there's anybody there for you, that might be for a reason. You might be having to connect with your spirit. You might be having to do some work on yourself that you need to do by yourself without being distracted by other people. Just know it won't last forever. I know that. I know this. Okay, I have had some serious trauma in my life, and I wouldn't change where I'm at right now for anything. I am in a really good place. I was able to heal from the trauma that I had experienced in my life. And now I think that really what it is, it's about sorting through the people, sorting through the issues that I want to give my time to. Some things, even family, you have to let go of. You can't change another person. You can't love someone on their potential. I'm going to tell you that. You can't, because they have the potential to be good people, but they're not good people. You can't base your reality and your life around that, because inevitably you'll get hurt. If you're doing something that's not congruent with the way you see yourself or the way you'd like to be, because you're hanging out with people or allowing them to basically suck your energy, and that's what people do sometimes, then you need to make choices, and they're not easy to make. I know where my integrity is in my life and my choices and my decisions. If I'm hanging out with somebody who has no integrity, who is a liar and a cheat and a thief, then eventually my integrity, my moral compass will get bent. Even if I don't act on that, because when I condone another person's actions, even though I find it appalling for myself, and I still hang out with them, and I still suit up and show up for them, I'm compromising myself, and it hurts. It's not congruent with the life I see myself leading. I've given up a lot. I won't say lost. I have said lost because I have lost a lot. But those things are just things. And even the people that are not in my life right now, they're not in my life for a reason. I'm moving to a different plateau. I'm moving to a different place. I can't move to that place with anchors around my neck, holding on to people that don't care, who don't want to get better. I'm really at a point right now where I have to make some tough choices. And I'm going back to the same place that I was years ago, listening to speakers, and really getting honest with myself. Being honest with yourself, I think, is the hardest thing for humans to do, especially when your truth doesn't line up with everybody else's truth because they like to live lies. You have to just stand up. You have to stand up and make choices, and they're tough choices, and I'm right there right now. I have to make some choices. One thing I do know is that women and children are sacred. Men are too. This isn't a man-bashing video by no means. Women are sacred, and they need to be treated as such. Children are sacred, and they need to be treated as such. Men are sacred. They need to be treated as such. We are all sacred. But what I'm seeing, what I'm not seeing, which will change, we have to get there, that children are our leaders. They're going to be the leaders of what's happening in the world today when they get old enough to do that. If we discount them as not as insignificant or just children to be heard and not, seen and not heard, that's doing them a serious disservice. Because what they have to say, they come into this planet more evolved than we are. They needed to be for the times that we're in. And they have been under attack with vaccines and, pretty much pornography that's coming out of the TVs and the phones. They've been under attack, okay? So we have to lift them up. And this goes for our men, too. We need to lift them up and show them that they're special and that we need them in our lives. We just need to do this. We need to change everything about our reality right now because it's all a lie. But anyways, if you think about your life, this is going to be pretty short. I'm going to do another video after this about medical fraud. Anyways, times have to change. We have to change. We have to get back to where the way the Creator wanted us to live, and that's in harmony with everything around us. And start seeing the children as sacred. They are sacred. It doesn't matter if you were born to, it doesn't matter. Whatever your circumstances are, if you're a child, you're sacred. Children are sacred. They need to be loved and accepted and lifted up because they will be our leaders someday if they're given the proper nurturing. We're in tough times. Everything, I'm talking everything about our reality is a lie. It's hard to wake up to that. But if the children learn young how to, first of all, that they have a spirit, that their body was designed to house. And there are bad spirits that want that body so they can do destruction on this planet. And they're pretty effective right now at taking the bodies because of all the chemicals and things. If they know this and they practice this and they learn to take care of each other and love each other and whatever the issues are that makes them angry or whatever issues, they can work on that. They can start young. They can teach the new kids, the younger kids that are coming in, how to do this. How do you, I don't know, how do you tell a child that everything they've learned is a lie and they've been indoctrinated? And you start young. If you can start young with the children and just tell them the truth, or at least give them age-appropriate information, age-appropriate data, so that they can pull this together in their own minds, it won't be such a shock to them when they get older. Because the way we're being headed right now, what the elite, and I hate that word, but what the elite have planned for us is not good. It's not good. Our children will be indebted. They already are, but we can stop it now. We still have time. When they learn, if they can learn all this, they can be our teachers, they can be our leaders, and they'll be adequate at it if we nurture them and we treat them as sacred, because they are sacred. You know, I believe that we know before we come here what we came here to do, and who we are. We come to this planet or this plane, and we forget. So we have to go through, in order to be effective teachers or leaders, and I don't personally think we need leaders, but people think we need leaders right now until they learn to lead themselves with honor for each other. They came here for a reason, those little children. I have the most adorable grandchildren that I've been estranged from for a long time. And I see in them potential. Now, when I say you can't love someone on their potential, you can a child, okay, but if not so much on an adult, because adults choose to be where they're at, oftentimes, not always. But we're giving information out right now that will help the adults to grow and ascend and learn. Whether they choose to do that or not is on them. But the children, they have so much potential. They're, most of them, still very kind, very loving, very accepting. And before they get older and get knocked down in this life, and they will, because we all do, that's how we learn, we can give them hope, and we can give them love and nurture them. I see it in all the children. All the children have, like I said, they're more evolved than we are. They came here to make change because we need change. We're going to have change, or we're not going to make it. Everything about their reality is a lie. And if they start to see these lies for what they are, first of all, this will accomplish several things. One thing, it will perhaps help them not to be liars. They will be able to see just what happens when lies are covered up, because that's what we're going through right now. Everything is a lie. And they will, because they're smart. This is not about brainwashing. This is about teaching children to learn for themselves, to find out what the truth is, and learn to have a relationship with their spirit. Learn how to be compassionate and kind to other people, to children, other children, to animals. We can't teach children how to be kind and compassionate if we're not kind and compassionate to them. You know, the old saying is not old saying, the way we used to do things is do as I say, not as I do. That's not how it works. They're going to do as you do. If you're critical and you're abusing women and you're abusing children and you're abusing animals, or you're just in apathy, you don't want to open your eyes to the truth of what's going on around us so that you can help your families, well, they're going to do the same thing. This is not a comfortable reality that we're waking up to. It's pretty brutal. But nurtured and loved, and when they see compassion and they see acceptance from the adults around them, they'll have it. They may have to work, because of family issues and things like that, they may have to work at it a little bit harder at first, But they'll learn the lessons that they came here to learn so that they can be effective leaders and so they can teach others how to do it. I have faith. Okay, so I've been kind of down and, I won't say depressed. I did get depressed for a little bit and then I just knocked that off. But the truth is I've been sent everything I need. Maybe not the things that I want, but everything I need. There's always been somebody that pops up that is a blessing to me. This helps me to see that I need to pop up and be a blessing to others, because I might be that person. I might be that person that someone needs right now, and I need to step up and be that person. This accomplishes several things. One of those things is it helps you to get out of self, and when you're out of self and you're of service to others, no matter how small or insignificant you think that what you're doing is, it's not. It helps you to get out of yourself. So I remember not too long ago just talking to the Creator and saying, really? Okay, so I've lost everything. I don't even have an animal. Oh, so I have 2 animals right now. They're sick. They're a lot of work. And sometimes I go, oh my gosh, why? This is so much work and I'm not feeling well. Oh, it's a blessing. All of it's a blessing. You just have to see the blessings. You have to open your eyes and see the blessings, to acknowledge them and be grateful. I said in another video that gratitude is the closest thing to love that we have as far as vibration goes. If you can be grateful for the small things in your life, bigger things will come. We're not at a point in history where we can just, the way a lot of people are doing it. We are the most lonely bunch, I think, because of the internet. We hide ourselves in our houses and we get on the internet and we do Facebook and we do all these other platforms. But that gets us away from human contact. So people are lonely. They're extremely lonely, and we can break that by being of service to each other. So, anyways, I just wanted to say thank you guys for listening. And I do have people that care about me. Some of them I don't even know, but I get really nice comments on some of my videos. And, excuse me, people generally care. Someone said something to me yesterday. He said, I think that people are good. There's a couple knuckleheads out there, but people are good. And I said to him, I don't see that. And then I had to think about it. And I said, you know what? Oftentimes we'll see, because it's our perception of what's going on around us and our own hurts and our own pains that blur the way we're supposed to see things, or the way things really are. And I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? In general, people are good. They are good. There are some really, really bad folk out there because they don't know better. I am a firm believer that if people knew better, they would do better. And they just don't know better. When you're inundated with your caregivers and your parents and your teachers and things like this who have been damaged by the system, and the system is damaging, you become hard, because you cannot have anything to do with another person without affecting them in some way. You can leave them with feelings of love, acceptance, joy, or you can leave them with feelings of I'm not good enough. Anyways, so I just wanted to do a video on hope, because we are in critical times right now. These are really good times, actually. They seem very scary, but we're pulling the veil off of the lies and the deception that we've been living under for centuries. I watched a video yesterday on the Federal Reserve from the Corbett Report. Really good video on that. I don't know how to link things on my videos yet, but I will get there. And it's amazing. Our whole financial system is a Ponzi scheme. There was never money to lend. Our money was never backed. Well, I believe it was backed with gold and silver at one point. But the powers that be took that, and they gave us paper for it. And now they're crashing the dollar right now, and they want to do digital currency. Sorry, got a message. The whole system's going to collapse. Everything's going to collapse. When you build debt out of nothingness, out of lies, the people who are doing this to us are genocide worldwide. We're responsible for the banking system. The banks, we would think that the Federal Reserve was printing the money, and that was our government officials. No, it wasn't. Okay, I would suggest you go look at this. It will show you just a little bit of how deep in every area that we're dealing with, whether finance, medical, everything has been a lie, and it's been perpetrated by the people, the 13 family bloodlines that own everything. They call us useless eaters. They want us dead because now they have computers. And everybody's spirits have been effectively separated from their bodies. So if we die right now, demons will be able to still feed on our life force because we won't have died with our spirit and our bodies like it's supposed to be. So either way, to them, it's okay. We have built empires for them through our slave labor, and that's what it has been. But it's all going to come crashing down. I know that each one of us has a gift. I don't know what your specific gift is. I don't know what your trials and traumas in your life, what they were. But whatever they were, I guarantee you it was all a setup for what's happening right now. I know that mine was. So even if you, I don't know, say you were I don't even know. I'm not even going to put an example there. Anything that you've done in your life that you found interesting, it's probably because your spirit knew that this time was coming, that we were going to be in critical times. And it doesn't matter how insignificant you are, there's a place for everybody. We're not all made to fit cookie cutter into a society. We all have our own spiritual gifts, and we need to bring those gifts forward. And as people who are waking up, we are waking up, people are waking up. When we get to a critical mass of people who are awake, we will make effective change, and we will get other people to wake up because they won't be so timid. I told myself not too long ago, I think people need permission to be kind. I mean, if you're raised in a home of sociopaths, narcissists, being kind was not something that you wanted to do too much, because you would get squished like a bug. So people just stop that part of themselves to survive, and I understand that. But right now, if you can be kind to others, and you can step up and say, hey, that is abuse and you can't do that, then that gives people permission to stand up too. And when there's more people and you're not standing alone, it's just easier. And that's why I think that people need permission to be kind. Anyways, I just want to tell you that there's hope. There are people all around the world that are waking up. And I'm going to do a video in just a few minutes on medical fraud. Every system that we have was set up. Even your language. Whatever culture you come from, you had your own language. Like the indigenous culture, they had their own language. Well, that language was stolen from them, squished. They weren't allowed to use it so that they could put in our English language, at least here in America. And if you think about it, broadcasting, what's coming out of the media, broadcasting. Well, casting is casting spells on a broad scale. So broadcasting, casting spells on a broad scale. Spelling. You're casting spells. Spelling, you're putting spells on people with your words. Cursive writing, you're putting curses on people. Oh, they have got us in every way. It's almost comical. There's been things that were brought up. Some things after I woke up in 2016 and I would see some of the things that they're doing, and then something else would come up. I can't even give you an example. I would just laugh because it was just comical that they got us in every way. If it's putting trackers in your bra, poisoning your food, just, it's kind of comical. I will tell you one thing about these demon-infected people who are doing this to us. They're not very bright. Okay. They've done everything in secrecy, but they're just not creative. We are creative. We are creative, and we are so bright. Every human being has a gift that society, that people need. And we're creative in that we can set it up the way we want because we're creative. The demons, on the other hand, they can't. Once you learn something about, like what I'm going to put in my next video about medical fraud, it's always the same pattern, the same pattern. They're not creative at all. They're smart enough to have pulled this over our eyes, for sure. But we're smarter. That's all there is to it. Our spirits are badasses, okay, or we would not be here right now. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys, whoever you are watching this, you've been brought here, sent here for a reason. You have work to do. You might have just incarnated to be a friend to somebody, and it's not that simple, but a friend to somebody who's been struggling, and that's really why you came here, just to do that. That's significant. You know, that's totally significant because you're helping. Before we come here, we pick our families, we pick our parents, and we pick our situations so that we can learn the max amount of lessons while we're here. And to help others. That's why we're here. We really are here to learn to love. And we will learn to love. Fear is our enemy. Fear is the enemy. Because they've got us so scared to death. You can go to the store and someone will freak out on you for not wearing a mask because they're afraid they're going to get sick. Bring it. Okay, so you get sick. The fear is going to kill you. Your fear will kill you. Your fear will bring stuff on you that you fear because it's an energy thing. The whole energy concept, it's not really a concept, it's reality about energy is real. When you fear something, you bring it to yourself. I know this because I've done it. Anyways, I just want to let everybody know that we're good, okay? We're so good. If you're going through something right now, you are going through that for a reason. And probably to be able to experience that so you can learn from it, so you can be of service to others. Being of service to others is really the key here. So anyways, okay, I'm going to get into a medical fraud video here as soon as I'm done with you guys. Excuse me. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you. I do appreciate you guys. We're going to get this, okay? If we're going to survive. We're going to survive and we're going to thrive, but we're going to have to learn to love, learn to pull our spirits into our bodies, and because your spirit knows everything. Your spirit goes to talk to your spirit guides when you sleep so that your spirit can teach the physical body and the physical mind what it is that they're supposed to be learning and what it is that they're supposed to be doing right now. And if you don't have your spirit in your body, you're getting direction from some spirit. And it's not going to lead you where you need to be for the occasion that we're in. So this is really good times. This is really good times. It's good times. It's critical times. And a lot of people volunteered to be here. A lot of spirits volunteered to be here because we are in trouble. Our animals are dying. Our children are getting damaged. We are hating women. We're hating men. You know, I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in that little power trip because it is a power trip. Men are sacred too, and we have to love them and not, they're different than we are. They're beautiful. They're different than we are for a reason. And just because we're not like them, I mean, I'm talking from a female's point of view, Doesn't mean they're not sacred. Doesn't mean that they don't have value, because they absolutely do. We just have to learn to love each other. That's all there is. Okay, so I'm going to get into a video about medical fraud right now. And I'm going to blow your mind, because they got us. They got us good. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for, I know that there's been some of my people who are following my videos that have just been so kind to me, and I want to thank you. Leaving good comments and positive reinforcement, if you will. So I'm not doing everything by myself alone. So I just I have to get honest with myself. And sometimes it's hard to be honest with yourself. Sometimes things are so difficult. And I've been having family issues and all of this. Sometimes things are so difficult that you put everything under one umbrella, this bad, bad, bad umbrella, but it's not. There's always going to be somebody for you, some situation for you, unless you're going through a learning experience and you have to do this on your own. And even then, you have your spirit guides. There's angels. You can call on them anytime. Just make sure they're the good ones. And because the bad ones are demons. So anyways, okay. I love you guys. Thank you very much. And I'm blessed. I am so blessed in my life right now. I have to make some choices pretty soon. But I'm okay with that. So, okay, again, I love you guys. And I'll be into another video in just a few minutes.